Hi and everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, which is explore yourselves, banking and general knowledge, etc. Your next promotion is not just a step up in your career; it's a step closer to your dreams, your respect, and your financial growth. The bank promotion exams 2026-2027 are your golden opportunity, and I am here to make sure you grab it with both hands. In this journey, we'll learn smart strategies, master important topics, and tackle questions just like the exam demands. Remember, success does not come to those who wait, it comes to those who prepare. So let's start today. Prepare smartly and make your promotion in 2026-2027 a reality. Welcome to part 14 of my Path to the Corner Office 2026-2027 series, where we break down real bank promotion exam questions and give you clear, practical sample answers to help you climb the career ladder faster. Subject: Deposit products, miscellaneous deposits. Question: A will under which probate has not been obtained can be acted upon by the bank only if: Option A, the value of the estate is below rupees 5 lakh. Option B, the executor furnishes an indemnity bond. Option C, it should never be acted upon until probate is obtained. Option D, two witnesses to the will countersign the payment instruction. Correct answer is option C. It should never be acted upon until probate is obtained. Question: Where probate or letters of administration is granted to more than one executors or administrators, in the absence of contrary directions in the will or grant, a valid discharge can be given by: Option A, only the eldest executor. Option B, any one of the several executors or administrators. Option C, all executors jointly and severally, only if a court order permits. Option D, only the executor named first in the grant. Correct answer is option B, any one of the several executors or administrators. Question: Where a grant is made in favor of more than one person, the bank should insist upon: Option A, a single discharge from the senior-most executor. Option B, a joint receipt or discharge from all such persons. Option C, a discharge from any two of the executors. Option D, a notarized affidavit instead of discharge. Correct answer is option B, a joint receipt or discharge from all such persons. Question: Where probate reserves the right of another executor to come in and prove the will later, entitlement to receive payment vests in: Option A, all named executors equally irrespective of proving the will. Option B, only those who have proved the will and obtained probate. Option C, the executor who first approaches the bank. Option D, the legal heirs directly, bypassing the executors. Correct answer is option B, only those who have proved the will and obtained probate. Question: On the death of one of several executors, administrators who had obtained probate or letter of administration, a valid discharge can be given by: Option A, the deceased executor's legal heirs. Option B, the survivors among the executors or administrators. Option C, a newly appointed executor only. Option D, the bank's own discretions without any executor. Correct answer is option B, the survivors among the executors or administrators. Question: A grant of legal representations issued by a court outside India. Option A should be registered directly by the bank. Option B should not be registered. A proper grant from a competent court in India should be requested. Option C is valid if apostilled. Option D is valid only for NRE accounts. Correct answer is option B. Should not be registered. A proper grant from a competent court in India should be requested. Question. In an account operated as either a survivor, on death of one holder, the bank's correct action is option A. Close the account immediately and open a fresh one. Option B. Freeze the account until a succession certificate is produced. Option C. Continue the existing account, allowing the survivor to operate it after registering the death certificate. Option D. Transfer the balance compulsorily to a fixed deposit. Correct answer is option C. Continue the existing account, allowing the survivor to operate it after registering the death certificate. Question. Continued operations by the survivors after death of a joint account holder without fresh formalities applies only to option A. Any joint account irrespective of facility type. Option B. An ordinary current account with no borrowing facility or a saving account. Option C. Overdraft accounts only. Option D. Accounts with a cash credit limit. Correct answer is option B. An ordinary current account with no borrowing facility or a saving account. Question. Upon receipt of notice of death of a joint account holder, checks drawn singly or jointly by the deceased and presented thereafter should be option A. Paid as usual since the account instructions remain valid. Option B. Returned unpaid with remarks such as dragged deceased. Option C. Held in suspense pending court orders. Option D. Paid only up to 50% of the check value. Correct answer is option B. Returned unpaid with a remark such as dragged deceased. Question. If there are no survivorship instructions in a joint account upon death of one holder, withdrawal should be permitted only against option A. The joint discharge of the survivors and legal representatives of the deceased. Option B. The signature of the sole survivor alone. Option C. A sample letter from anyone higher. Option D. The nominee's signature alone without the survivors. Correct answer is option A. The joint discharge of the survivors and legal representatives of the deceased. Question. If legal heirs of a deceased joint account holder dispute the survivor's right to the balance, the bank should option A. Immediately stop the account without any court order. Option B. Split the balance equally between the survivors and disputing heirs. Option C. Continue honoring survivors' checks unless a competent court's probatory order is served before presentations. Option D. Refer the matter to the RBI Ombudsman before acting. Correct answer is option C. Continue honoring survivors' checks unless a competent court's probatory order is served before presentation. Question. In a term deposit account, if the deposit runs to maturity after the date of one joint holder, payment is made to option A. The nominee only, even if survivors exist. Option B. The surviving account holders. Option C. The legal heirs after obtaining succession certificate. Option D. Equally divided between survivors and legal heirs. Correct answer is option B. The surviving account holders. Question. As per RBI directives, where a term deposit account holder is deceased and the claim of the legal heir is settled after maturity, interest for the period from maturity till settlement is paid. Option A. At the contracted rate, treating the deposit as renewed. At simple interest at the appropriate rate without treating the deposit as renewed. Option C. At compound interest at savings bank rate. Option D. No interest is payable for that period. Correct answer is option B. At simple interest at the appropriate rate without treating the deposit as renewed. Question. In case of premature withdrawal of a term deposit by a legal heir or nominee before maturity due to death of the depositor, the applicable rate of interest is option A. The contracted rate only with penalty charged. Option B. The lower of the applicable rate on date of acceptance for the period held, or the contracted rate without penalty. Option C. The higher of the two rates with penalty. Option D. Savings bank rate throughout. Correct answer is option B, the lower of the applicable rate on date of acceptance for the period held, or the contracted rate without penalty. Sin. If the depositor dies after the date of maturity upon overdue term deposit, interest till the date of payment is paid at option A, contracted term deposit rate, option B, savings bank rate applicable as on date of maturity, option C, zero interest since deposit was overdue, option D, current account rate. Correct answer is option B, bank rate applicable as on date of maturity. Question. If death occurs before maturity but the deposit amount is claimed after maturity, interest is paid. Option A. At contracted rate till maturity, thereafter simple term deposit interest applicable as on maturity date for the period beyond maturity. Option B. At savings rate for the entire period. Option C. At contracted rate for the entire period, including the period beyond maturity. Option D. No interest for the period beyond maturity. Correct answer is option A. With contracted rate till maturity, thereafter simple term deposit interest applicable as on maturity date for the period beyond maturity. Question. Under the operational instructions clause for term deposits, its effect is that option A. The bank becomes bound to repay before maturity irrespective of circumstances. Option B. Depositor on demise gives up his right, allowing the bank at its discretion to add or delete names or repay before maturity without insisting on legal representative consent. Option C. It is a mandatory clause that must be signed at every account opening. Option D. It applies only to accounts above rupees 10 lakh. Correct answer is option B. The depositor on demise gives up his right, allowing the bank at its discretion to add or delete names or repay before maturity without insisting on legal representative or consent. Question. Acceptance or cancellations of the optional instructions clause must be option A. Under the signature of any one account holder. Option B. Under the signatures of all the account holders. Option C. Verbally confirmed and recorded by the branch manager. Option D. Notarized by a magistrate. Correct answer is option B. Under the signatures of all the account holders. Question. Under the Indian Partnership Act 1932, subject to a contract to the contrary, the death of a partner. Option A has no effect on the firm's legal status. Option B dissolves the firm. Option C automatically transfers the firm to the eldest partner. Option D converts the firm into a sole proprietorship. Correct answer is option B dissolves the firm. Question. Under Section 47 of the Indian Partnership Act, surviving partners after dissolutions by death of a partner can continue the business only for the purpose of option A undertaking fresh business ventures, option B winding up or completing unfinished transactions, option C distributing profits to new partners, option D raising fresh capital in that firm's name. Correct answer is option B winding up or completing unfinished transactions. Question. Pending opening of a new account for a reconstituted firm after a partner's death, surviving partners may operate the existing account provided. Option A. It has an overdraft facility. Option B. It is an ordinary deposit account with no borrowing facility. Option C. It is a cash credit account. Option D. The firm has fewer than three partners. Correct answer is option B. It is an ordinary deposit account with no borrowing facility. Question. Checks signed by a deceased partner and presented after notice of death may be paid. Option A. Never, under any circumstances. Option B, only upon confirmations by the surviving partners. Option C, automatically without any confirmations. Option D, only if countersigned by magistrate. Correct answer is option B, only upon confirmations by the surviving partners. Question. On the death of the Karta of a joint Hindu family account, the bank should option A, continue operations as usual under the existing signatories. Option B, stop operations and require a new set of forms and joint Hindu family letter from the new Karta with written consents of major co-personers. Option C, freeze the account permanently. Option D, transfer the balance to the list co-personer's personal account. Correct answer is option B, stop operations and require a new set of forms and joint Hindu family letter from the new Karta with written consents of major co-personers. Question. In the in the case of death of trustee in a trust account, the surviving trustees option A automatically acquire full powers over trust property. Option B have power to act only if the trust deed does not provide otherwise. Option C must always obtain a fresh court order before operating. Option D lose all authority until a new trust is appointed by the court. Correct answer is option B have power to act only if the trust deed does not provide otherwise. Question. Bank's policy marks the model operational procedure for deceased depositors' claims and missing persons' claims into a policy titled Option A policy on legal heirs verification. Option B operational procedure for settlement of claims of deceased and missing depositors' accounts. Option C nomination and succession policy. Option D state settlement and indemnity policy. Correct answer is option B operational procedure for settlement of claims of deceased and missing depositors' accounts. Question. The application form for repayment of balance in the deceased depositor's account with nominations of survivorship clause corresponds to option A form requiring legal heir certificate compulsorily. Option B, a simplified claim form without insisting on legal representations. Option C, a form applicable only for accounts above rupees 40 lakh. Option D, a form requiring registration with the sub-registrar. Correct answer is option B, a simplified claim form without insisting on legal representation. Question. Where no nomination exists and the account is not a joint account with survivorship clause, settlement of a deceased depositor's claim requires option a different application form along with additional documentation such as indemnity, legal heir proof. Option B, the exact same form as nomination cases with no extra requirement. Option C, only a death certificate, nothing else. Option D, compulsory court succession certificate regardless of amount. Correct answer is option a different application form along with additional documentation such as indemnity and legal heir proof. Question. The time limit prescribed for settling claims of deceased depositors and releasing payment where nominations of survivorship exists is option A not exceeding 7 days, option B not exceeding 15 days from receipt of claim subject to proof of death and identification, option C not exceeding 30 days, option D not exceeding 45 days. Correct answer is option B, not exceeding 15 days from receipt of claim subject to proof of death and identification. Question. Where there is no survivorship nomination clause, the claim should be settled within option A 15 days from receipt of claim, option B 1 month from the date requisite documents are submitted, option C 3 months from date of death, option D 60 days from receipt of death certificate. Correct answer is option B 1 month from the date requisite documents are submitted. Question. For treatment of pipeline credits in the name of a deceased account holder, the bank opens an account styled Option A, nominee trust account. Option B, estate of Sri or Srimati, the deceased. Option C, legal heir suspense account. Option D, deceased holding account. Correct answer is option B, estate of Sri or Srimati, the deceased name. Question. In the pipeline flow arrangement for a deceased depositor's account, withdrawals from the estate of accounts are Option A, permitted up to rupees 25,000 per month. Option B, not permitted at all until settlement after the agreed transaction period. Option C, permitted freely for the nominee. Option D, permitted only for standing instructions already in place. Correct answer is option B, not permitted at all until settlement after the agreed transactions period. Thank you very much for your patience. Request for like, subscribe, and share.